My First Summer in the Sierra by John Muir. July 31st. Another glorious day. The air as delicious to the lungs as nectar to the tongue. Indeed, the body seems one palate and tingles equally throughout. Cloudiness about 0.05, but our ordinary shower has not yet reached us, though I hear thunder in the distance. The cheery little chipmunk, so common about Brown's Flat, is common here also, and perhaps other species. In their light, airy habits, they recall the familiar species of the eastern states, which we admired in the oak openings of Wisconsin as they skimmed along the zigzag rail fences. These Sierra chipmunks are more arboreal and squirrel-like. I first noticed them on the lower edge of the coniferous belt, where the Sabine and yellow pines meet. Exceedingly interesting little fellows, full of odd, funny ways, and without being true squirrels, have most of their accomplishments without their aggressive quarrelsomeness. I never weary watching them as they frisk about in the bushes, gathering seeds and berries, like song sparrows poising daintily on slender twigs, and making even less stir than most birds of the same size. Few of the Sierra animals interest me more. They are so able, gentle, confiding, and beautiful. They take one's heart and get themselves adopted as darlings. Though weighing hardly more than field mice, they are laborious collectors of seeds, nuts, and cones, and are therefore well fed, but never in the least swollen with fat or lazily full. On the contrary, of their frisky, bird-like liveliness there is no end. They have a great variety of notes corresponding with their movements, some sweet and liquid, like water dripping with tinkling sounds into pools. They seem dearly to love teasing a dog, coming frequently almost within reach, then frisking away with lively chirping, like sparrows, beating time to their music with their tails, which at each chip describe half circles from side to side. Not even the Douglas squirrel is surer-footed or more fearless. I have seen them running about on sheer precipices of the Yosemite walls, seemingly holding on with as little effort as flies, and as unconscious of danger, where, if the slightest slip were made, they would have fallen 2,000 or 3,000 feet. How fine it would be could we mountaineers climb these tremendous cliffs with the same sure grip. The venture I made the other day for a view of the Yosemite Fall, and which tried my nerves so sorely, this little Tamias would have made for an ear of grass. The woodchuck of the bleak mountain tops is a very different sort of mountaineer, the most bovine of rodents, a heavy eater, fat, aldermanic in bulk and fairly bloated, in his high pastures, like a cow in a clover field. One woodchuck would outweigh 100 chipmunks, and yet he is by no means a dull animal. In the midst of what we regard as storm-beaten desolation, he pipes and whistles right, cheerily, and enjoys long life in his skyland homes. His burrow is made in disintegrated rocks or beneath large boulders. Coming out of his den in the cold, hoar-frost mornings, he takes a sun bath on some favorite flat-topped rock, then goes to breakfast in garden hollows, eats grass and flowers until comfortably swollen, then goes a visiting to fight and play. How long a woodchuck lives in this bracing air, I don't know, but some of them are rusty and gray like lichen-covered boulders.